The first is the stronger foundation laid by the economic research of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, which has placed far larger allocations in the hands of state governments to pursue their internal development agendas. The second is that no state wishes to be trapped in the dilemma of having money but not knowing how to spend it. For rescuing us from that dilemma, I believe Mr. President deserves a round of applause.
Let's keep it simple. Let's make investment a habit and not an event.
No, we would like to discuss with you to see how we can help or partner with you with Delta State to make electricity generation and distribution to the last home in Delta State affordable and possible. Delta is very safe for investment, hospitable, and very receptive to people. As a group, our group, one of the things we do in our group, we're into power generation and power distribution. Everything we discuss here needs to be powered. We need to provide electricity to make sure it works. In Delta State, we have a 1,000 installed electricity generating capacity at Wheelie. They call Transcorp Power Wheelie. Unfortunately, we do about 500 megawatts a day because of some constraint, gas issues and evacuation issue. But, Mr. Governor, we would like to discuss with you to see how we can help or partner with you with Delta State to make electricity generation and distribution to the last home in Delta State affordable and possible. I believe that will help us to truly create employment, alleviate poverty, and industrialize our state.
Listening to the Honorable Minister of Finance and listening to our keynote speaker, one key message that was given is that from a macroeconomic standpoint, Nigeria has stabilized and on the rise. You now have net foreign exchange reserves of about a little over 40 billion and gross reserves of about $52 billion, rising from 3 billion as at 2023. Rising from 3 billion as at 2023. So, and the exchange rate has become stable, more stable, predictable to a large extent, and therefore, Delta and Nigerian economy and subnationals will require foreign capital. Be there Africa, be there from anywhere, will require foreign capital. And the environment, the macroeconomic environment is more conducive to that. And at the end of the day, let's keep it simple. Let's make investment a habit and not an event. Let it go from being just an event we gather once in a while.
The cycle of competition among our states is now evident in the quality and ambition of the investment summits convened across the Federation. Every state possesses immense promise, but each must define a trajectory unique to its history, geography, people, and comparative advantage. This is a race we must welcome, a race that proclaims growth rather than conflict, a race in which the prize is employment, prosperity, and human dignity, a race for the future. I am therefore honored to join the government and people of Delta State in this march towards that future. Since we assumed the mantle of leadership, we have scarcely taken a break from summits, strategy sessions, and investment dialogues. We promise to place Nigeria on the path of growth, and each gathering offers another platform for turning that promise into enterprise. Every host state contributes to the Federation's commercial ambition. One highlights agriculture, another minerals, technology, ports, energy, or tourism. In that healthy rivalry, Nigeria discovers the full measure of her wealth. This season of summits owes itself to two developments. The first is the stronger foundation laid by the economic research of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, which has placed far larger allocations in the hands of state governments to pursue their internal development agendas. The second is that no state wishes to be trapped in the dilemma of having money but not knowing how to spend it. For rescuing us from that dilemma, I believe Mr. President deserves a round of applause. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the judgments of the international ratings agencies confirm the direction of travel. Fitch upgraded Nigeria to B in April 2025 and affirmed it in April 2026, citing foreign exchange reform, monetary discipline, and the end of deficit financing, amongst others. In May 2026, S&P also raised Nigeria to B, its first upgrade in 14 years. Following a sustained reform, stronger oil output, and expanded domestic refining. Moody's had earlier lifted Nigeria from CAA1 to B3 as the external balance, fiscal position, and foreign exchange framework improved. These are proof that Nigeria is regaining credibility, and the best time to invest is before the opportunity becomes expensive. Delta State enters this moment with an advantage. That advantage is larger than its oil wealth. It resides in the conviction behind this gathering that the future of a people cannot be deposited in a single commodity. Diversification is an instinct of economic self-preservation and a measure of the quality of leadership. A government that prepares for life beyond oil understands that resources may finance progress, but only ideas, institutions, and enterprise can sustain it. Consider what this state holds. Delta sits on one of the longest coastlines in our federation, with the ports of Warri, Koko, Burutu, and Sapele, and creeks and rivers that make the blue economy something Deltans can touch. It holds gas in abundance, 80 trillion meters, along with power generation at Okpa and Ueli, refining assets at Warri, and an economic zone built to turn these environments into factories rather than statistics. Beyond hydrocarbons, Delta is a farming country. Oil palm, cassava, rubber, plantain and aquaculture thrive across its 25 councils, and its fisheries could feed markets far beyond our borders. Beneath its soil lies silica, sand, kaolin, limestone, and of course, coal, the raw material for glass, cement, and construction. Above all, the Delta person is educated and enterprising. A state so endowed already qualifies as an investment destination of the first order, and what remains is for the world to be told. This is the purpose of this grand occasion. The call to harness our strengths and unlock our potentials is a timely awakening, because potential has no economic value unless it is organized, financed, and put to work. Natural wealth buried beneath the soil cannot employ a young person. A coastline without productive infrastructure cannot move trade. Talent without opportunity becomes frustration. The task before us is to convert what Delta possesses into what its people can feel in their own homes, their communities, and their hopes. There is no doubt that His Excellency Governor Sheriff Francis Oborewori is devoted to leading Delta into a new era of productive expansion. The design of this summit reflects the seriousness of that purpose. It brings government, investors, development institutions, industry leaders, scholars, and entrepreneurs into the same room, followed by sectoral discussions, deal-making, networking, and field engagements. The message is practical. Delta seeks commitments that survive the applause and projects that outlive the conference. I thank His Excellency Governor Oborewori for this bold leap towards a greater Delta and for creating a platform that matches the ambition of his people. To our investors, entrepreneurs, financiers, captains of industry, innovators, development partners, the diplomatic community, and friends of Nigeria. You are welcome to Delta State. The federal government stands ready to support credible investments, strengthen enabling institutions, and work with the state to remove obstacles to enterprise. We are co-travelers on the road from promise to production, from allocation to transformation, and from potential to prosperity. Thank you, and may God bless Delta State and the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Hello.